Hi, love. We give thanks for Thursday around the world. This is Chris Noel inviting you to also give thanks for green things like grass and the mariachi brass. The Mariachi, featuring the great trumpet of Chet Baker. The selection, Green Grass. Cher Bono up next with a song written by Mac David and Burt Bacharach. This is Alfie.
What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment we live? What's it all about when you sort it out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give? Or are we meant to be kind? And if only we were kind, Alfie, then I guess it is wise to be cruel. And if life belongs only to the strong, Alfie, what will let your heart lead the way, and you'll find love any day, Alfie. Alfie.
There she is, Cher, in a beautiful song called Alfie. This is Georgia Week, and I'll have some vital stats on said state momentarily. But right now, live from the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, Johnny Rivers singing Hoyt Axton.
Some people say I'm a no count, others say I'm no good. I'm just a natural born traveling man, and doing what I think I should. Doing what I think I should. And I don't give a hang about a greenback dollar. I spend it fast as I can, alright. A witty song and a good guitar, the only things I understand. Only things I understand. When I was a little baby, my mama told me, son, travel you real and grow to be a man. Sing what must be sung, boy, boy. Sing what must be sung. You know I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar. I'll spend it fast as I can, alright. A well-head song and a good guitar, the only things I understand. Only things I understand. Now that I am a grown man, travel here and there, I've learned that a bottle of brandy and a song are the only ones who'll ever care. Only ones who'll ever care. You know I don't give a hang about a greenback dollar. I'll spend it fast as I can, alright. A really song and a good guitar, the only things I understand, boy, boy. Only things I understand. Some people say I'm a no count, others say I'm no good. I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should. Doing what I think I should. I don't give a hang about a greenback dollar. I'll spend it fast as I can, alright. A really song and a good guitar, the only things I understand, boy, boy. Only things I understand. Only things I understand. Only things I understand.
That's Johnny Rivers in a live performance in Hollywood and Greenback Dollar. Nothing but good sounds at any time on A Date with Chris. And we'll get back to them in the form of the Mexicali Singers after this note of interest about Georgia. The first Indian newspaper in the United States was published from February 1828 to October 1835 in New Echota, Georgia, which was the capital of the Cherokee Indian Nation. It was a weekly newspaper called the Cherokee Phoenix, printed in English and edited by a Cherokee.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-
the Mexicali Singers and Satan Takes a Holiday. This is the Life, a statement of fact, musically speaking by H.B. Barnum. H.B. Barnum swinging This Is the Life from Golden Boy. Here's another song I had the pleasure of sneak previewing on the show. Judy Collins' fine single, Hard Lovin' Loser.
He's the kind of guy puts on a motorcycle jacket and he weighs about 105. He's the kind of surfer, got a ho-daddy haircut, and you wonder how he'll ever survive. He's the kind of frogman wearing 20 pounds of counterweights and sinking in the sea like a stone. He's the kind of soldier, got no sense of direction, and they send him in the jungle alone. But when the frost's on the pumpkin and the little girls are jumping, he's a hard-loving son of a gun. He's got 'em waiting downstairs just to sample his affairs, and they call him a spoonful of fun. He's the kind of person going riding on a skateboard and his mind's raging out of control. He's the kind of person goes to drive a Maserati, puts the key inside the wrong little hole. He's the kind of ski bum tearing wild down the mountain, hits a patch where there ain't any snow. He's the kind of cowboy got a hot trigger finger, shoots his boot 'cause he's drawing kinda slow. But when he comes in for bowling, he's an expert at rolling, sets the pins up and lays them right down. He's got 'em taking off the heels and they like the way he feels, and they call him a carnival clown. Well, he's got a parachute and screaming like Geronimo and makes a little hole in the ground. He's the kind of logger when the man haul his timber gonna stop and look around for the sound. He's the kind of artist rents a groovy little attic and discovers that he can't grow a beard. He's a human cannonball coming for a landing, and he wonders where the net disappeared. But when he takes off his shoes, it won't come as news that they're lining up and freezing in two. He's got 'em pounding on the door, got 'em begging for some more. He's got them pounding on the door, got 'em begging for some more, and they call him whatever they choose.
I think that's a great song, Hard Lovin' Loser. Doesn't she do a gassy job? Miss Judy Collins. In his new album called That's Life, Frank Sinatra sings his interpretation of the big one around the country these days, Winchester Cathedral.
Winchester Cathedral, you're bringing me down. You stood and you watched as my baby left town. You could have done something, hey, you didn't try. You didn't do nothing, you just let her walk by. Now everyone knows just how much I needed that girl. She wouldn't have gone far away if only you'd started to ring in your bell. Winchester Cathedral, you're bringing me down. You stood and you watched as my baby left town. Hey, Winchester Cathedral, you are bringing me down. You stood and you watched as you watched her go by. My baby left town. You could have done something, but you didn't even try. You didn't do nothing, you didn't ding dong, you let her get by. Now everyone knows just how much I needed that girl. She wouldn't have gone far away if only you'd started to ring in your bell. Now Winchester Cathedral, man, you brought me down. You just stood there and watched as my baby left town.
That's it, Winchester Cathedral, and very well done by the king, Frank Sinatra. To put things into a lighter vein for a moment, the Limelighters are on hand to give us their version of a famous folk tale of America. They call it Max Gulitz.
Lord, Lord, Max Gulitz was a street sweeping man. Max Gulitz was a street sweeping man. Lord, Lord, Max Gulitz was a street sweeping man. When Max Gulitz was a little bitty babe, the first words that he did utter were, "Listen, Mom and Dad, I plan to spend my whole life in the gutter. Lord, Lord, my whole life in the gutter." Well, one day the boss came out on the job and he brought an automatic garbage truck around. And he said, "All right, Max, turn in your white ducks, fella, you're through." Imagine it, Gulitz, foremost name in refuse. Cast up on the heap, destitute. He said, "Just a minute, sir. I deserve another chance. I propose a race. Me against the automatic garbage truck. What do you say?" Well, the entrepreneur was of the imaginative sort, always looking for some kind of incentive proposal, short of profit sharing. And he said, "All right, Maxie, in view of your years of devoted service, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, fella. You take one side of the street and the automatic truck will take the other. To the victor belong the spoils." They started down the avenue. The scene, it really looked bad. The automatic truck was sweeping up a storm, and Max was shoveling like mad. Lord, Lord, and Max was shoveling like mad. Max poured on steam, and then he said, "I have only saved a couple dimes. I am behind by 13 4-inch peels and a copy of the New York Times. Lord, Lord, a copy of the New York Times." West Coast edition. Well, eyewitnesses tell us that Max wasn't behind at all. As a matter of fact, he was pulling ahead slowly but surely. in an epic of human labor when someone said suddenly, "Hey, look, there's a parade a-coming." And sure enough, it was the United States. I'm certain that no one expects us to include the very next verse.
Certainly not RCA Victor.
Of course. Suffice it to say that the wind blew and quite a few objects were airborne. Well, some say that it broke poor Max's heart and he died. And others say not a bit of it. His spirit lives on, keeping things neat and clean right here in San Francisco, because Max Goulis was a street-sweeping man. Lord, Lord, Max Goulis was a street-sweeping man.
He broke his poor heart, and then he died. But Max is really not gone. On every single street where garbage lies, his soul goes shoveling on. Lord, Lord, his soul goes shoveling on and on and on. His soul goes shoveling on.
There's one from Basie's Beetle Bag, and it's called Help, as if you didn't know. Here's the Barbara Mandrell single we played a week or so ago. I really dig this one. It's called Alone in the Crowd.
In the smoky-filled room, there's 100 people round, all dancing and loud, while I'm alone in the crowd. They're all talking about nothing and speaking about things and looking like clowns without their circus rings. In the smoky-filled room, there's 100 people around, all dancing and loud, while I'm alone in the crowd. They're all wishing and dreaming and getting their kicks by justifying the way they exist in their world of alibi. In the smoky film room, there's 100 people around, all dancing and loud, but I'm alone in the crowd. They're all sitting and living in a world by themselves, and the only word used is a word called self. In the smoky film room, there's 100 people around, all dancing and loud, but I'm alone in the crowd.
There's nothing but pleasure behind the dial. You're in tune with the perfect combination.
Good music and you and AFRTN.